This is an alligator, one of the closest living things we have to dinosaurs. As you can probably tell, these guys are massive, have scaly skin, and of course, giant mouths which are ready to kill, crush, and rip anything that goes inside of it. Oh. And just like any apex predator, from time to time, these gators find themselves living in places they're not supposed to live and eating things they're not exactly supposed to eat. And these are called nuisance gators. And in this video, I'm teaming up with my cousin Bill to take out 2 specific nuisance gators. But before we could even get started on those gators, we got a call about another gator causing an entirely different problem. This gator is taken up home in a community pond where a bunch of little kids fish. Now, he's not done anything terrible yet, but we don't want to wait around and find out if he's going to. How big is this dude?
He's probably about 5, maybe 6 feet, something like that. So.
All right, let's do whatever we do. Show us how we do it. Since this gator was sitting out in the middle of the pond and was out of range, Bill tied on a water bottle and started twitching it around to see if we could pique the interest of this gator and see if we could get him to come closer. There, he's thinking about it. All right, here he comes. We've got his interest. Now that we got the gator a little closer, Bill's actually tying on a weighted treble hook so that we can snag the gator and bring him in even closer. For urban stuff, is this one of your top methods?
Yes, urban gator.
Got him. Once the gator's snagged on the fishing pole, this is when Bill switches over to a Super Duty treble hook, rigged up with some paracord so he can really muscle this gator and get him exactly where he wants. And once we get in there, it's time to pull out the catch pole, get it around his neck, and get this guy up on land where we can actually deal with it. Straight out the gate.
Yeah, man.
I just hopped out of the truck. Now, luckily on a gator, it has one main weapon, and that's its mouth. So once you get it under control, it makes your job a whole lot easier. And with that tape, are they not strong enough to open their mouth on it?
Nah, so like the muscles that open their mouth are very minimal. But all that right there is what closes it. So they got like 300 pounds of bite force per square inch. So everything's coming down. Like you can hold his mouth closed just with those 2 fingers like that. But if it ever closes on you, you won't open it back up.
There we go.
One caught gator. That's him. He's about like 5.5 feet.
Now, as awesome as that recovery was, that's not even the gators that we're here for. The gators that we're here for is a lot bigger and not gonna be nearly as easy to catch. That happened all really quick, but straight to the action. We did not wait around. That's how it goes though. Dinosaur. All right, so we caught that one gator. Yep. Now where we're heading to?
Going to a quail plantation, put some traps in the ground, and see if we can find another gator out there, but a bigger one.
Going to set some coyote traps. See if I can learn some stuff.
Yeah.
For the rest of the evening, we're going to be gator hunting and setting coyote traps on the farm we're actually here for. And this brings us into the second reason I'm here. Bill is a professional coyote trapper. Like, he literally does it for a living. And if you watch my videos, you'll know that I do quite a bit of coyote trapping myself. So on this trip, I'm not only here for the gators, I'm also here to learn as much as I can about coyote trapping from someone who does it every single day. Now, thankfully, Bill agreed to teach me as much as he can on this trip. All right, so is this where we're going to set our first trap?
This is it. This is it.
What made you choose right here?
So we got a little field here, a little food plot, and a road running right through the middle of it. It's just a good spot for everything to kind of funnel in and mix right here. So this is a closed yaw MB 450. It is dyed and waxed.
So what kind of set are we going to be setting?
Standard dirt hole set. That's just polyfill, like out of a pillow, or you can get a whole bag of it, like the craft section or Walmart.
Okay, you're putting that on your pan. What do you use for bait, or do you care?
So I make my own bait. So that is beaver tail, mice, and deer meat. I use all fresh stuff too. None of my lures are like over the top skunky. That's like my favorite one right there is down in there. I'll put a little bit down in there, a little bit of coyote urine. I'll put her like on that little hill of dirt right there and squirt a shot out the road and she's done.
She's done?
That's it.
That quick?
Yep.
On to the next one?
Yeah, let's go to a different spot.
All right. For this next trap, I decided to set it and see what Bill thought about it at the end. Brought my trapping bucket all the way from home. What do you think?
Looks beautiful.
How many traps on a single big property are you setting usually?
3,000 acres, I'll put about 40 to 50 out here when it's all said and done. You got gnats in Kentucky?
Not this many. For the next little bit, we set out as many traps as we could. Because with trapping, the more traps you have out, the more chances you have to catch an animal. And then it was time to roll up on the water and see if we could find one of these gators. This pond right here is where the gators have been spotted. We're particularly after 2 gators between 8 to 10 foot long. And it didn't take us long to spot the first gator sitting on top of the water. After taking a closer look, Bill determined this gator was only about 6 to 7 feet, which is still huge, still dangerous, but it's just not the ones we're here for. We looked a little bit more, but unfortunately the bigger gators must have been underwater because this time, we just didn't spot them. In the meantime, we're gonna be trapping another nuisance critter. On this plantation, they have a pigeon house where they keep their pigeons. But as you look around the outside, something had been digging in there. We suspect it's either a possum or a raccoon, but at this point we're not really sure. So we're gonna be setting a dog-proof coon trap, baited up with some dog food, and whatever critter's been doing this, we should be able to find out tomorrow. But for the rest of the evening, Bill's got a couple more coyote sets to show us. So let's get in there and see what we can do.
We're gonna change it up a little bit. We're gonna do a flat set on this. So like with a flat set, I don't do that big messy stuff like with a dirt hole. It's supposed to be a little more subtle.
A dirt hole set's more of a, something's already came here, found an animal, dug up at it. A flat set's more hidden, I guess, where it's just an animal hiding in there. It's a little nice visual as a dirt hole set.
Correct.
And while we're setting these coyote traps, I just want to let you guys know that we have some pretty cool hats on KendallGrayOutdoors.com. I really don't wear hats that often, so you don't get to see them. But hey, for orders in the next 24 hours, I'm randomly going to be selecting 24 orders to receive a free real-life gator tooth. And that's the flat set?
That is the flat set.
It is the next day, and it's time to check all those traps we set. We started off with the coyote traps, and nothing. But eventually, we had something. I guess first catch of the day, first catch of the morning. Bobcat, what are your thoughts?
I'm happy. Happy thoughts.
I think these guys like to eat quail, huh?
Oh yeah.
If you could be attacked by one animal in the woods, would this be the one you don't want it to be?
Probably.
I said I'd rather be put in a truck packed full of coyotes than in a house with one bobcat. If that little joker could, he'd tear you apart.
Now the whole place smells like bobcat.
Yeah.
Is that good?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Open the quail right there.
Yes, sir.
What are we looking for right now?
Alligator slide. Look at this.
Alligator slide.
That's an alligator track, and that's not the one we just filmed.
Really?
That's a big gator.
That's the track?
Yeah, see his belly or his tail slid going in or coming out. We've been getting like really high tides right now because of the full moon, so the water's probably coming up here at night. That's where he's coming in.
Oh, and right here is where he's sliding over.
Man, I'd really like to find that one. That's a big gator.
We looked for him, we saw his tracks, but we didn't find him. We'll come back a little later to see if he pops back up. Now on to check the raccoon trap, and guess what? We got it. Look at this guy.
Pretty raccoon too.
Big blonde one almost. He looks like you.
A ginger raccoon.
There's our brother, Chris. Long lost cousin. Something went wrong along the way. He's pretty.
Is this color kind of red, kind of common around here?
Yeah, because of salt. Because of salt water.
Oh,
it
wow.
kind of stains the fur, and most of them, you get them, they're like rusty looking.
And back to the pond for some more gator hunting. As soon as we got out there, we spotted a gator. And this time it wasn't the same one that we'd spotted earlier. This one was bigger.
So how would you catch that gator from here?
We could long range shoot him, or we could get a boat and go out there and try to snag him. But as quick as he's moving,
Probably better.
probably better just to shoot him. Say he's 9. He's bigger than that other one.
We got plenty of tank.
After Bill took a few more looks, he could confirm this was one of the gators we were looking for. This one looks like it can be anywhere from 8 to about 9 feet, which is right in that zone that we're out here targeting. So, it's time to get started. With gator hunting, you have 2 strategies. The first is just like we did on the first gator at the very beginning of the video, where we pull out a fishing pole, snag the gator, and pull him into us. The second option is with a well-placed shot straight to the brain. But that's a lot easier said than done, since the kill area on one of these gators is only about the size of a quarter. And if you miss that spot, you're either gonna hit solid bone or miss completely and just hit the water. And with the gator 100 yards away and creeping further and further away, our only option is to get closer. Once we got set up, we had an easy 40-yard shot. But even though most of his head is underwater, I still think I got enough room to make it work. Yeah, ready whenever. But unfortunately, on the first shot, I missed. Right under it. Second shot, I miss again. This isn't good. This is not how I planned it to go down.
You're about 6 inches low.
6 inches?
Yep.
Watch him in this clearing right here. Yeah. Over that time.
That popped him. You hit him. You hit him.
All right, there he is. Dang. That was strange. Didn't really plan on missing that many times, but dang.
You hit him.
It worked though. Just had to walk it in. The shot was good. The gator is dead, but the job is far from over. We've still got to figure out a way to get this guy out of the water.
That looks like it's gonna be a 2-man recovery though.
Yep. You and Chris are probably going to stay on land.
That's all right.
Where I belong.
Let me push y'all off. Good luck.
Paddling out here with a shovel.
Makeshift stuff.
Did you ever go swimming out here?
That's absolutely it.
You think you might have found him? There it is.
Got him.
What's his name? The Australian guy?
Steve Irwin.
Yeah.
This is redneck Steve Irwin. Paddling with a shovel in the swamp. Pulled a gator out with a treble hook.
There we go.
Very good.
And just like that, gator number 1 is officially down. Coming in just under 9 feet long with a giant tail, giant feet, and of course, a giant mouth. Half the problem has officially been solved.
Are you happy with your first gator?
Oh yeah, definitely. But after taking this guy back to the freezer, it's time to go after the second half of the problem, gator number 2.
You see the second point out there, 150 yards out.
Right next to it.
We're back out here and we're going after that big gator. See it? Alright, what do we see?
There's a gator. You can kind of see the trees right at the edge. He's halfway in the grass and halfway in the water laid
I
down.
think I see him.
Like a log, but you can see him right there. He's a pretty good size one.
Oh wow.
I'm gonna ease around the other side of the pond and see if I can't flush him off the bank. So you can get a headshot on him.
What we're really looking for is almost like a broadside headshot. Never said that before.
He's moving.
Is he?
Yeah, he's moving.
Hey, well, hey, if you want to, you do what you do. Tell me when you think you might.
It's gonna be tight. That's a hard shot. You can barely see the side of his head.
You line it up. You can do what you can, or you can wait.
I think I got him.
All right. Whenever you're ready. Oh, right under him. Like an inch under him. Aim like a inch above him, and he's good. There you got him. Let's go.
Let's go, boy.
So I've not, you notice we told you why we were trapping the coyotes. We never really told you why we were after this gator, and we're just gonna leave it at that.
Leave it there.
Yeah.
I don't think he's about 10 yards off the bank.
That's good.
We should be, if they can get over there.
There he is. Gator is down. Now the objective's complete. We took out 2 big gators that needed removed, but now it's time to take them back to Kentucky. We're cooking up some gator tail. Welcome to Cooking with KG. In today's video, we're going to be cooking up this alligator with my world famous award-winning recipe. See you later. Goodbye. Step 1, you get a pan. You get that pan real hot. One second. Alright, there we go. Then we're gonna put in some oil in our pan because we're gonna be frying this stuff. Hopefully. And while that's heating up, we're gonna be using some of this. I got this in fan mail about 3 years ago. but today is the day. It's expired, but today is still that day. Now the rest of the recipe is super simple. It's pretty much just bread up your alligator, really good with whatever kind of breading you want to use. Then put it in the pan, fry it up, and after a little bit of cooking, boom, you're done. Enjoy your new favorite recipe. See you later. Goodbye. Taking a closer look, on the inside, it honestly looks pretty good. All right, moment of truth, my secret recipe, world famous. I expected it to taste like a snapping turtle, maybe even an iguana, but in reality, it literally tastes just like chicken. I can't tell the difference at all. Good are here to see us take out some invasive rats in Louisiana, or right over here for America's most destructive pest.
Thanks for watching another Kendall Gray video. If you'd like some merch, go to kendallgrayoutdoors.com. #Jesus, #GrayGang. Yeah!